Okay, the next video is requested by Neha. I really like 2 a.m. because it is a glimpse to what our mind and hearts think at night when we don't have to pretend. It's a chance to be vulnerable. This video also has a behind the scenes, and it's really nice. Coke Studio has been a part of my life for as long as I can remember. Sitting with family, listening, singing, and making memories.
Coke Studio, Season 15.
ਧੋਖਾ ਹਰ ਪਾਸੇ ਦਿਲਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਚੋਰ ਰੱਖਦੇ ਨੇ ਬੁਲੀਆਂ ਤੇ ਝੂਠੇ ਹਾਸੇ ਹਾਏ ਧੋਖਾ ਹਰ ਪਾਸੇ ਦਿਲਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਚੋਰ ਰੱਖਦੇ ਨੇ ਬੁਲੀਆਂ ਤੇ
Now I want to pause this just for a moment because I want you to appreciate the fact that Coke Studio, when you see these, are done live. They don't look like it, but they are.
ਝੂਠੇ ਹਾਸੇ ਨਫ਼ਰਤ ਦੀ ਕੋਈ ਐਕਸਪਾਇਰੀ ਹੋਣੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਸੱਚੀਆਂ ਮੁਹੱਬਤਾਂ ਦੀ ਕੋਈ ਡਾਇਰੀ ਹੋਣੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਮੁਜੱਸਮੇ ਬਣਾ ਕੇ ਖੜੇ ਕਰੋ ਲੈਲਾ ਮਜਨੂ ਦੇ ਪੂਰੇ ਸ਼ਹਿਰ 'ਚ ਸੱਚੇ ਆਸ਼ਕਾਂ ਦੀ ਯਾਦ ਵਿੱਚ ਸ਼ਾਇਰੀ ਹੋਣੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਰੂਹਾਂ ਵਾਲੇ ਪਿਆਰ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਰਦੇ ਸੀ ਲੋਕ ਜਿਸਮਤ ਪਰੇ ਸੀਰਤਾਂ ਤੇ ਮਰਦੇ ਸੀ ਲੋਕ ਯਾਰਾ ਚਲੇ ਗਏ ਨੇ ਉਹ دیਵਾਨੇ ਬੁੱਝ ਕੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਉਹ ਪਰਵਾਨੇ ਬਣ ਗਿਆ ਚਾਈਲਡਸ ਪੇ ਪਿਆਰ ਇੱਕ ਜੋਕ ਜ਼ੇਨ 'ਚ ਰੱਖਣਾ ਮੈਂ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਾਂ ਸਟ੍ਰੇਟ ਪਿਆਰ ਤੇ ਰਹਿ ਗਿਆ ਏ ਬਸ ਗਿਵ ਐਂਡ ਟੇਕ ਦਿਲਾਂ ਦੀ ਸੌਦੇਬਾਜ਼ੀ ਬਣ ਗਿਆ ਕਿ ਇੱਥੇ ਸ਼ਕਲਾਂ ਨੇ ਸੋਹਣੀਆਂ ਪਰ ਦਿਲ ਸਾਰੇ ਫੇਕ ਆਦਤ ਪੈ ਗਈ ਪੈਸੇ ਖਾਣ ਦੀ ਟਕੇ ਦੀ ਨਾ ਰਹੀ ਕੀਮਤ ਜਾਣ ਦੀ ਇਸ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਤੇ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਮੈਂ ਯਕੀਨ ਕਰਾਂ ਘੁੰਮਦਾ ਸ਼ੈਤਾਨ ਪਾ ਕੇ ਖਲ ਇਨਸਾਨ ਦੀ ਸਟਾਰ ਸ਼ਾ How did you know? How did you know? ਧੋਖਾ ਹਰ ਪਾਸੇ ਦਿਲਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਚੋਰ ਰੱਖਦੇ ਨੇ ਬੁਲੀਆਂ ਤੇ ਝੂਠੇ ਹਾਸੇ ਹਾਏ ਧੋਖਾ ਹਰ ਪਾਸੇ ਦਿਲਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਚੋਰ ਰੱਖਦੇ ਨੇ ਬੁਲੀਆਂ ਤੇ ਝੂਠੇ ਹਾਸੇ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਦੋਂ ਆਇਆ ਇਨਸਾਨ ਸੀ ਤੇ ਪਿਆਰ ਤੋਂ ਇਲਾਵਾ ਉਹਦੇ ਕੋਲ ਕੋਈ ਹੋਰ ਨਾ ਸਮਾਨ ਸੀ ਤੇ ਸੱਚੇ ਆਸ਼ਕਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਹੀ ਰੱਬ ਨੇ ਬਣਾਇਆ ਇਹ ਜਹਾਨ ਸੀ ਬੜਾ ਆਸ਼ਕਾਂ ਦਾ ਨਾਂ ਸੀ ਬੜਾ ਆਸ਼ਕਾਂ ਦਾ ਨਾਂ ਸੀ ਝੂਠੇ ਲੋਕ ਝੂਠੇ ਲਾ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਲੱਗੇ ਲਾ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਵਾਦੇ ਕਰ ਕਿਸੇ ਹੋਰ ਦੇ ਨਾ ਹੋਰ ਕਿਸੇ ਨਾਲ ਨਿਭਾ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਬੇਕਦਰਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਲਾ ਬੈਠੀ ਤਾਈਓ ਅੱਜ ਉਹ ਸਤਾ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਜੋ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਤੇ ਤੁਮਿਆ ਸੀ ਨਾ ਮਿੱਟੀ 'ਚ ਮਿਲਾ ਰਹੇ ਦੱਸ ਕੀ ਦੁਨੀਆਦਾਰੀ ਸ਼ੈ ਯਾਰ ਮੁਹੱਬਤ ਸਾਰੀ ਸ਼ੈ ਚਾਹਤ ਵਾਲੇ ਮਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਕਦੇ ਚਾਹਤ ਐਸੀ ਪਿਆਰੀ ਸ਼ੈ ਯਾਰ ਤੋਂ ਸਦਕੇ ਯਾਰ ਤੋਂ ਵਾਰੀ ਕਾਇਮ ਦਾਇਮ ਇਸ਼ਕ ਖੁਮਾਰੀ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਯਾਰ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਆ ਜਾਵੇ ਉੱਥੇ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਕੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਏ
Wow, that was quite the build-up. Okay, let's finish it and then I'll give you my thoughts.
मोहब्बत की हुंदी है धोखा हर पासे दिलां विच चोर रखदे ने बुलियां ते झूठे हासे हाय धोखा हर पासे दिलां विच चोर रखदे ने बुलियां ते झूठे हासे
Sounds so good. Wow. Okay. Wow. First of all, like I said, that music that you hear, those vocals that you hear, that's all done live. And the fact that they have these cats everywhere across this set is so impressive. I mean, the mixing that has to be done is a lot of post-production. But the fact that it sounds that good... Now, don't get me wrong. There's still some post-production that I'm sure is happening, some cleanup, but like it's still being done right here. Oh, wow. So here's my take on this. And if you think I'm either missing something or I'm way off the mark, let me know. So Star is this first vocalist, okay? Now also, we get these great reveals of the musicians as we go through the city, okay? It's so well done. But we're also getting these reveals of different types of relationships. We see the woman here with the dog. Or is it a dog? I think it's a cat. It's a cat. Okay. I don't know, it was like a hairless animal of some type, but it's a woman with her cat. We also see what looks like it could be a daughter with a mother, and they talk about relationships. So Star is going through the city, and lyrically he's saying essentially, and I'm gonna paraphrase this all over the place, but he's saying, I'm so disappointed with the world and how everybody is deceitful and it's everywhere. And we started off so good and there were faithful lovers and there was loyalty. But now as time has gone on, I just can't stand the idea that there's so much deception in the world. But then once he gets to the end of the street and he meets Zeeshan right here, Zeeshan's point, I'm assuming as a friend, is him kind of saying like, well, what do the world affairs matter? What do the current events matter, like in the scheme of things? Because like love is love. And if you think about what affection is, like what does affection mean? What at the core of us as a whole, what do these relationships actually look like? Now, this is super spot on with how I tend to view things. I had a conversation with somebody I'm close to, like maybe, I don't know, this might have been a year ago. And very similarly, he had expressed to me, he's also like former military, retired. He had expressed to me, you know, like, I'm so upset with the way that the world is and how the country is. And he kind of went through that stuff and he was really, really getting worked up, like to the point where it was becoming unhealthy. And my return to him was like, hold on. I understand what you're saying. And I don't want to deter you from how you feel, but I also want you to like, remember when you leave the house and you go to the store, everything's okay. And you go to the store and then you go to church, everything's okay. And you and your wife can walk down the street and everything's okay. And she can go by herself and everything's okay. Like, if 99% of your experience on this planet is everything's okay, That's what should be shaping your view of the world. Now, that's my opinion. Not everybody views it that way, but also not everybody has the same experience and existence that I know he has, right? So this is a very specific example. And not to say that the 1% of time, like, things can be absolutely terrible. Of course they can. Bad things happen all the time. But I think the point that Zeeshan is trying to make is that, yes, life can be an absolute nightmare. Absolutely. But at the core of who we are as people, I choose to believe that love is at the core. And my world is my little bubble. It's my little small world. And the best that I can do to change the world is going to be to change my world and make sure that love and goodness is the absolute majority of what fills that time. And I do believe, outside of some outliers, I think a lot of that is a choice. Not for everybody, not for everywhere in the world, but I do think a lot of that is choice. And I do think that also leans into how we spend our time, who we spend our time with, and what we do with our attention. Now, you can put that towards social media. You can put that towards TV and media and the newspaper, and any way you want to put that. Whew, man, this was deep.